storied venues in college football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Washington Huskies and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. So Notre Dame's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes.
Makes the grab in their space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's past the marker. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to blow up now and start doing something.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make...
Breaks away on the left. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Driving forward, it's Washington. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. A Operating in the red zone here on second down. Play action with Williams. Flush to the left. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Gonna run it. It's Young on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Gets the back moving. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Out wide left, it's Walton. Oh, he's got some space. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Now on the move. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
After the strong run on second down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Throwing, Carr. Fires to the big fella. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. Dude, he's already picked up 46 yards rushing. What a way to get this season started.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. On the move. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Carr. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
From deep, it's Clark. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Both teams scored on their first possessions, but now a chance to send a message that field goals aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns will. Got the first down. Oh, a lot of space. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now first and 10 from the 30. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Throwing, Williams. Move to his right. On the run, deep down the right side. Upstairs, he's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Trying to run, it's Washington. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Washington.
Yeah, now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field.
Wide open spaces. The 40. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Williams timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
3rd down from the gun, Williams. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive, Dave.
Definitely, and they get the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Here's Carr to throw. Fires left. Got him downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Working the middle. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. He'll do it himself. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down to the air. Look out! And the misconnection on the 1st attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They'll move the tight end. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Fourth down, Carr. Escapes the pressure going right. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the back. Here's Williams to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Williams looking for a man. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The handoff. Can't get him to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the running back. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. On the run, it's Walton. Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Irish. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that's exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he makes the extra point. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Doesn't find any room whatsoever here late in the half. Now Washington uses this 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Williams. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Williams will pass. Looking long. And he hauls it in inside the 30. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
and you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Second and long here. Throwing, Williams. Unloads to the wideout. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Williams to the air again. Release to the back. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Play fake, Carr. Rush right in his face. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the Bowling Green Falcons. And it's the Flames looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
Here come the Irish back on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Notre Dame right back to the line. The give to the back. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. He is threatening to run his way into the Irish annals like Julius Jones did against Pitt and Navy, or maybe rolling like the bus, Jerome Bettis or Vegas Ferguson.
Just having a day. Give it to him. Good things happening. Listen, this offense, they're physical up front. They're creating holes, and the running back is doing the rest. This is clinic take 101 on how to be physical.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Play action, C.J. Carr. Buying a little time to his left. Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, they're trying to catch the defense off guard there with the bootleg. I don't think the ball handling was great by the quarterback. One reason why it didn't really fool anybody defensively. Give the defense credit. Good job with their eyes. They don't give up too many yards at all.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Perez. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. Got room at the 35. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Here's a give to Washington. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They're all over it. They got him. Great pressure on this defense.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Williams to throw for it on 4th. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. They'll mark him down right there, and how about that play and picking up a chunk of yardage? The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll...
Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They'll run it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Back's got it on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's not a surprise play call for this offense. A lot of times, man, after a tackle for a loss or a play that goes behind the line of scrimmage, they want to get those chunky yards back. They want to get back to third and manageable. They dial up the screen. They get some positive yards. Now put themselves in a position to be more successful on third down.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Quick give. It's Walton. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on. Play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. The Irish send out the punt unit. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. There he goes. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's a give to Washington. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Williams. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff, Washington running left. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Here's Williams. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Kearney on the Jets. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
That is an unbelievable play by the offense. Not only do you convert third down, not only do you convert third and long, but you get an explosive play that now sets you up on the opponent's goal line, first and goal. Wow.
Motion from the wideout. On the move. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And, man, that is a great tackle. And your safeties have to be great tacklers, especially nowadays with all these quarterbacks that want to run. These good athletes like this guy right here. Nice job being in space, getting him to the ground. That is a tough ask, but, man, did he do it right there.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! They take the lead here in the fourth.
Big-time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or 2 more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Let's it fly. Left side is Flanagan. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Breaks the tackle. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And he's done it again, cracking 2 Bills from scrimmage. He might be on his way to breaking Julius Jones' record set in 2003.
And I remember that game, and he showed you a little bit of everything. And that's what you see, man. You love getting guys the football multiple ways.
Caught, and he's got room. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Got some green grass. Got the first down. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he added the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Clark. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Here's Williams to throw. Rushes on. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Williams looking for a man. Right down the middle. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourself a shot to win.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed a stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
It's Williams again. He's taking a deep shot. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? He'll be dropped. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
3rd and 6 yards to go. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Williams unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Williams will pass. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Williams to the air again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. It's hard to think of a worse time for a penalty like that than at this stage of the game. It's 3rd and long. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. It is going to be nearly impossible to hear right now, and this offense is going to have to get locked in. Boy, at this stage of the game, when every snap and every yard counts, that penalty is costly. It's 3rd and long. It's Williams again. Fires to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. There he goes to the left. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late.
This is why you practice 2-minute situations all week leading up to a game. I love the execution on that last play. Get the completion, guy gets out of bounds, you save time knowing you need a touchdown to win this game.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Calls his own number. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they decide to tie it up in the final seconds. Looks as if we could be headed for free football. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the left side. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Using his legs, it's Walton. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's some daylight. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now to keep this overtime drive going on 3rd and short. Keeps it on the ground. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll give it to him again. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal. They want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and short here in overtime. Pushes ahead. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together, 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They jump on top here in OT.
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Nice move there. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Throwing, Williams. Out wide left, it's Washington. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Williams looking for a man. Still looking to his right. Right side, it's Washington. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And that's really frustrating for a defense. They bring the blitz. They're trying to heat him up. They're trying to make him make a decision fast, get rid of the football. He holds on to it. He buys a little bit of time and makes the play after he scrambles outside the pocket. That's why this guy is extremely hard to defend.
On the ground, it's Clark. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Right back to the well. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. 1st and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. This quarterback part of their running game. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Washington wants to go quickly. Touchdown, Huskies. They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie. This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And the extra point was good. Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Williams. Throwing right. He's got it. Touchdown, Husky. Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
They'll move the wide receiver. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. Quarterback keeper. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. Saturday afternoons, the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Washington Huskies and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the Washington head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. So the Washington Huskies headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He gets a block. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Looking for a crease. He's got enough. Lots of running room. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Wide receiver going in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Throwing, Carr on the move. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Making the adjustment on the play. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. On target over the middle. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Motion from the wide receiver. Carr. Moving out to the right. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. On the ground. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
They've converted on 4th down once, but here's the big one. 4th and goal. 4th down, Carr. Rolls right. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! They're on the board first here in the season season opener. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. How about this? These guys are going for 2. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Here's Carr to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Fielded in the end zone. It's Clark. Makes a move. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
Number 95, set to advance on the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Nice move to pick up yardage. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He's up to 57 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Carr on play action. Buys time to his left. Left side, it's Perez. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really...
Snags it, and there's running room. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The running back has it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He stopped right at the 15-yard line. Needed a little bit more to move the chains. Chip shot field goal from here, but will they go for it on fourth down? It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Caught, and he will score! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Here's Williams to throw. Out wide right, it's Brown. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Here's a give to Washington. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Washington right back to the line.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Williams under pressure. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Williams will pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Huskies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. Pass to 6. Turns it on down the left side. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. On the return, it's Clark. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll run him again. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
How about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Washington wants to go quickly.
It's so hard as a quarterback on third downs when you're getting blitzed and you know you're going to take a shot right in the face as you let this football go, but you still got to stay in there and you've got to deliver it accurately. That's a tough play by the quarterback, but it pays off. They get the first down. Offense stays on the field.
Long way to go on second down. Pulls it. He'll keep it on second down. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Throwing, Williams. Dumps it to the back. Finds his man.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Williams looking for a man. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Brown. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Washington. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Play fake, Williams. Lets it fly on the move. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Williams. Looking left. He's got it. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
With the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to Washington. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have run in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Finds his target. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Huskies. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. On the run, it's Walton. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Right back to it. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be third down. Now Washington uses this third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Complete in the middle. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. He's changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. From the gun on third down, Carr escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to take off. Still running at the 40. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the USC Trojans in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Florida Gators. And it's USC not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change things. Let's check in now on some of the other action today.
Hits the accelerator to the right. The 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Washington. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now they'll try to answer that opening scoring drive here in the second half. Gonna run it. It's Walton. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
They'll ride him again. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Drives inside. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. They were all over it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Here's Williams to throw. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's Williams. Oh, pressure's coming. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes the catch around the 50. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Trying to stop this guy has been a near impossible task. You want to become an Irish legend, like maybe the most legendary of all Notre Dame backs, George Gipp, win one for the Gipper. How about just running one with this guy?
Yeah, you want to win some hardware at the end of the season, too. Just keep feeding him the rock, letting him do his thing. Running the football with such success makes everything easier on offense. But when you can hand the ball off to the right, to the left, up the middle, have success, yes, please.
Rigs a tackle, and he's got room. Finding touchdown, Fighting Irish. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. The extra point here would tie the game. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Williams. Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's picked off, and they ruin it with a turnover.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Looking for space, it's Walton. At the 40, there he goes! And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They'll ride the hot hand. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Hands it off. Makes one man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Plows his way ahead. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield, and even that spin move couldn't create space.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the back. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Throwing. Carr. Moving to his left. Slings it downfield. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Williams will pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Throwing, Williams. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Irish! Special teams coming through the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. The whole thought process is just getting the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He'll run into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the trickery pays off. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And you go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll send the back in motion. Williams. Fires to the big fella. Busts through behind his pad. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Washington right back to the line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This one's complete. Turning it on. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Here's Williams to throw. Buying time to his right. Just got rid of that one.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Sends it back in motion. Williams to the air again. Finds his tight end.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Williams looking for a man. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They'll go with Washington. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Here's the give off the left side. Here's a little room there, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Williams. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
Uh-oh, look out. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Might as well run him again. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28th.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Keeps it moving. It's Walton. There he goes.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give. Fights off a defender. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win
Fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Changing the routes with his receivers. Carr to throw for it on 4th. He fires one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Throwing, Williams. Moves to his right. He'll try to do it himself. Still running at the 40. He'll be out of bounds. Good pickup on that play, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Williams will pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championship.
He's running free down the middle. He's inside the 40. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Deep in the end zone, it's Clark. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Williams. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's a give to Washington. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Give to Washington again. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
And great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. We definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.